The Columbia Lake Stewardship Society is grateful to work, live, and play on the shared traditional unceded territory of the Ktunaxa Nation, the Shuswap Band, and the chosen home of the Métis. We acknowledge these Indigenous nations and honor their past, present, and future stewardship of these lands and waters. CLSS undertakes a variety of activities each year, which are guided by our overall mission and vision. We are working to preserve the ecological health and water supply of Columbia Lake for present and future generations through scientific investigation, collaboration, and outreach. We envision Columbia Lake becoming an example of balance that can exist between nature and the needs of our communities.
Columbia Lake is the headwaters of the Columbia River and an integral part of the Pacific Flyway, which provides a resting spot for migrating birds as well as year-round home for many species of animal. The lake is a source of drinking water for a number of communities around it and a valued place for locals and visitors to play in the summer. Many people use the lake over the summer for boating, swimming, fishing, and other activities. The lake drives tourism in the area, contributing heavily to the local economy. The quality of water in the lake thus has a major impact on wildlife, public health, and recreation. Belying its appearance, Columbia Lake is actually very shallow, with a low flushing rate and water which becomes very warm in the summer. This makes it especially sensitive to impacts from recreation and development. The lake has experienced a number of fish die-offs, most recently in 2024, indicating just how susceptible the lake is to changes in water quality. Given its vulnerability, it is important that water quality is actively studied and changes noted early.
CLSS studies the health of Columbia Lake through our water quality and water quantity programs. We measure a variety of parameters that reflect the water quality, and we measure those at 4 different points on Columbia Lake. The parameters we measure include temperature, pH, conductivity, and clarity. We also measure the level of chemicals in the water, such as total phosphorus and chloride. In our water quantity program, we measure the water level in the lake. The annual filling up of Columbia Lake with cold water during the freshet is vital to the lake's health. Our other major activities are focused on education and outreach. We provide free summer camps for children to educate about the lake, its habitat, and the actions that can be taken to protect it. We participate in outreach at various events around the valley, presenting our findings and providing important information about responsible use of the lake. We organise and participate in community cleanups and weed pulls as well, removing garbage and invasive species from the environment on and around the lake.
Our education and outreach work provides locals and visitors alike with relevant information so that everyone can help to protect the lake for future generations. And our community cleanups and weed pulls directly support the health and beauty of the local environment. Our ongoing programs recording water quality and quantity will enable us to quickly respond to changes and provide information to decision makers that can inform appropriate action to protect the lake for its wildlife, for locals and visitors who play on the lake in the summer months, and for the quality of drinking water it provides to local communities.